Hi guys, welcome back. I know today is Monday. This episode should have came out yesterday, but life be lifing. This is another form of consistency because I always come back. I'ma always come back for y'all. You know what I'm saying? And that's why tonight we're talking about deceived attraction. You know what I'm saying? So, with that, of course, I'm not talking about marriage because I've never been married. So, we're speaking strictly relationship wise. And what I mean by deceived attraction, right? So, say I sit here and you get in a relationship with a man or a woman, right? And you've always felt like you weren't heard. You never felt like your feelings mattered, and you just come across this person, and it's like they're everything. Like everything that you've always wanted. The way you were supposed to feel, like this person brings it to you. And then boom, it could have been deception. And when you come across something like that, it's kind of like, okay, where do I go next? Firstly, you can't sit here and look at it like, oh, okay, I need help. Like, let me call other people, let me explain my situation so I can get in a better stance. Don't do that because you got to make sure you looking out for you at the end of the day, because when everything is said and done, who do you have to answer to other than God? Of course, you got to answer to yourself. You know how you're supposed to feel. You know what makes you feel good. You know what doesn't make you feel good. That goes back to all of them prior episodes speaking about that self-worth. Like, how do you see yourself? How you should be treated? How you should be feeling? Don't sit here and let that person make you feel like, well, I imagine things would have been different. The person that I was supposed to be with wouldn't have did that, or you just be doing too much and this and that. Don't let a person or situation change you from being you. You know what I'm saying? Just like in the other episode, if you try and sit here and be somebody that's not like you, or trying to be this person that that person is trying to turn you into or make you change, you're gonna be awkward. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Maybe some people are good at it. Personal talk. I tried it like years ago and it was like the worst thing I ever did. But like I always say, when you fail at things, something better comes out of it. It made me sit here and realize, like, what am I doing? I don't even know how to be like this person that these people or this person want me to be. That's not me. Now, if you trying to sit here and be somebody that's not you, I'll tell you, if ain't nobody gonna tell you, you are going to fail. You're gonna fail because you can only be you at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? So if you're around a person and you're just like, wait a minute, you weren't like this before. And why would you switch up on me? Like, why would things change when it come down to us? Because I thought you loved me. And no, 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 no. We cannot change people. You know what I'm saying? We just can't. In your mind at that time, they were red flags though. But you looking back at the situation, you done turn them red flags into green flags. As soon as they start to turn yellow, you need to think about it like, oh, okay, it's not that good like it was before. You can even take the time out and sit here and look at yourself and be like, wait a minute, did I switch up or something like that? You can even look at it in a broader view. You know what I'm saying? Like, let me not sit here and try and put it on the other person. Maybe I did something that was off or whatever. And then when you take that time out and you fully think it through, don't sit here and try and put it on the other person if it's not their fault entirely. If you had some fault in it, take the time out and be like, oh, okay, you know what? Maybe it was me too. Maybe it was a us instead of you. So let's have a conversation and talk about it now. What if you try and sit here and have a conversation with that person and they just ain't with it? They putting everything back on you, like you did it, you're the reason why we liked it. I, I don't know. Me personally, it would just be like, okay, I took the steps to sit here and try to figure it out to get us in a better place than where we were or where we're at now. And you have the nerve to sit here and switch this whole situation and put it on me. Maybe this ain't it. Maybe it's not it. And no one's saying if you're in the midst of a situation like that and y'all gotta be on bad blood with each other or whatever. No, it doesn't even have to be that. It could just be a maybe this is not for us anymore. And it's okay. You know what I'm saying? In life, people do grow apart, and that's fine. But that's where the whole grass is not greener on the other side, though. If this is your person and that's the person that you're trying to be with, that's when you need to take the time out and be like, yo, I really put my relationship in a stance where I could really dead ass lose this person. So I got to do something better on my end. Let me try and figure out what can happen. This whole vision that I have, if this is truly what I want with you, we got to figure it out. That's another problem though. Like, I feel like, me personally, I feel like in the world today, everyone has this vision. Like, my relationship is going to be like this. And if I don't get it, I don't want it. Well, sorry to say, if you think like that, you're gonna be by yourself like forever. Ain't nobody gonna try and sit here and make a life with someone that gives up when things get hard. Who wants to be with somebody like that? That's crazy. You gotta keep pushing for what you want. But the topic for tonight, if all them feelings, and if you personally feel like that person tried to be somebody that they wasn't just to get your attention, just to have you got to let that go though. Because why would you make a life with someone that wasn't even really true from the start? They really sat here and changed themselves for you to be the person that you imagine. No, that's another thing. When people sit here and say, I envision this person, I'm sorry to tell you, but that's an imaginary person that you thought about. Like I just said, there is absolutely no one on this earth that's perfect. If you have this person in mind, then take the time out to sit here and talk to your partner and be like, hey, I see you do this and that. Or, maybe for the both of us, maybe we can start doing things like this, like that. At the end of the day, no one is a mind reader out here, whether it's a man or a woman. If you feeling some type of way, if you're not getting what you want or what you feel like you deserve, have a conversation with that person. No one can sit here and figure it out. And I hate it when people be like, you should have already knew though. Like, if we're together, you should have knew the answer. At the end of the day, you got to understand, people grow every day. You know what I'm saying? If this is your person, have a conversation. A lot of people don't like to talk. I don't think everyone understands how beneficial communication is. Because without that communication, you could sit here and think a situation happened the way it happened in a negative light. But when actuality, if you guys took the time out to sit here and speak about it, it was just miswords taken in a wrong light. Like, get it together. Because don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to sit here and make y'all feel like, oh no, he or she hurt my feelings, I'm calling it a day. No, I'm not doing that. Because at the end of the day, I don't think anyone on this earth wants to be alone. So Don't put that on me. I'm not telling y'all to sit here and call it a day with people. I'm not doing that. I'm just trying to say, make sure y'all stay aware. And don't change who you are for anyone. Don't do that. Because it's going to be so hard to find you again. After acting like you're this other person for so long, you're not even going to know what you like, what you used to do, how you used to think, because you was lying that whole time. The right person will come along and be there when you're your true self. Don't be like nobody else, because who's going to do it better than you? Nobody. Absolutely no one. So always stay true to you, because that's another thing. Like, people are attracted to you being you. Who really want to sit here and be attracted to something that's fake? Because anything that's fake, that's temporary. Because you can't sit here and pretend for the rest of life. At some point, you're gonna forget some part of that script that you wrote up for this person. You're not gonna remember forever. So why put yourself in that stance where you have to remember, oh snap, I was supposed to be like this, not like that? No, you're gonna drive yourself crazy. Or you're dead ass just a professional liar, and it's okay for you. Don't do that. Don't do it, because that can even put you in a stance where you acting like something that's not you, and you're attracting something, and you won't even be able to take it. That's where the whole energy comes in, you know what I'm saying? If you want to sit here and get down like something, you better be prepared for what's coming to the way you acting. You can't act a certain type of way. And an example, like, say you trying to be out in these streets like you hard, or you get down like that, or you some type of G, right? So, and then you attract a person that's really about that life, right? And in your mind, you trying to follow the script, but if that's the life you live in, there's no script. Because it's gonna make you look crazy. And that's one thing, out in this world, you do not want to be looked at or labeled as crazy, because y'all know the world. People know people, and it would just take you by surprise. So the best bet is just to sit here and stay true to you, because there is no beneficial. There's nothing about it that should bring you joy, acting like you're someone you're not. It just doesn't make any sense to me. And honestly, even though I'm talking about that different type of attraction, by you pretending to be somebody you're not, you really could be giving off that energy to this person that you're trying to talk to, and you didn't even know that it was you. So just be you. You know what I'm saying? It will make things so much easier. There is no script to follow. You're you. So yes, y'all, I'm telling y'all, beware. Stay ready, man. Make sure you stay true to you, because trying to be somebody else, it's never gonna work out. When you see them red flags, I don't care how much in love you are, you got to pay attention to it, because you could really put yourself in a position, you and your person, at the end of the day, you're going to end up resenting them. You know what I'm saying? You're going to end up resenting them. And who really want to be with somebody like that? Because that resentment is going to turn into hate. And then in your mind, you're going to feel like, I really been wasting my time on this. But that's not the case. You took all of this mess when you knew you should have been left. You can't blame the other person. That's on you. And even what I said prior, when I'm like, but wait a minute, how did you just switch up like that? Because I thought you loved me. That's why you got to take the time out and look at it. Like, have these signs always been here? but the love was just so strong that I was bypassing it. Because if that's the case, that's on you. You better leave that other person alone. That's on you. Because in that moment, you weren't thinking about yourself. You was thinking about the relationship. And that's how all of this madness started. So I'm telling y'all, make sure you put yourself first, because you could really put yourself in a tight spot. And the only person you need to be resenting is yourself, because you knew better. You knew better, so do better. You know what I'm saying? As always, you guys, I hope this helped someone out there. And I will speak to y'all next Sunday, okay? Have a great night.